So good morning students. Today in this video we will be starting with the next new chapter, that is chapter number 5, audit of a limited company and others. So in this chapter we will be studying about appointment of an auditor, qualification, disqualification of an auditor, powers, duties and liabilities of an auditor, and audit of educational institution, and audit of insurance company, and audit of cooperative society. So these are all the terms we will be studying in this unit. So before going on with the chapter, so let me say about what is limited company means. So here, as you can see, a limited company is a company in which the liabilities of members or the subscribers of the company is limited to what they have invested. So in a private company, so here the limited company means it is a private company whose owners are legally responsible for the debts only to the extent of amount they have invested. So whatever the amount they have invested, only to that extent they are liable for the debts of the company, not more than that. So next, coming on to who is this auditor person, so what he does. So if we have been listening to auditor. So coming on to this, what is auditor? So according to Companies Act, they are not defined the term auditor basically, but one can define an auditor as a qualified chartered accountant appointed for the purpose of examining the accounts of joint stock company and giving the reports to the shareholders giving reports to the shareholders in every general meeting. So this person will be generally called as an auditor. So next, coming on to what is the qualification of this auditor. So what is the qualification required for being an auditor? So first is the statutory qualification and general qualification. So statutory qualification, or according to the law, what are the first thing? Only chartered accountants. Only chartered accountant is qualified to act as an auditor of the company. Next is a firm can be appointed as a auditor of the company if a particular firm can be appointed as an auditor of the company only if all the partners are practicing chartered accountant in the company. So in this particular firm, all the partners whoever are there should be a chartered accountant of India. Only then a firm can be appointed as an auditor. So next, coming on to a person who holds a certificate under Restricted Auditor Certificate Rule 1956. So here it is also qualified. This person who is a person who is holding a certificate under Restricted Auditor Certificate Rule 1956 is also qualified to act as an auditor of the company. So next, coming on to general qualification. So what is the general qualification required for being an auditor? Other than the statutory qualification, what is the other qualification he is supposed to be having? So here first is the knowledge about, the auditor should be having the knowledge about general accounting concept, the principle of general accounting concepts, and what is cost accounting and management accounting. So related to this, what is the practices, how is this practice is made, you should have the knowledge. So next is knowledge about taxes, so that is income taxes, maybe sales taxes or the wealth taxes, whatever it is, all you should have a knowledge about all the regarding taxes which is payable. So next, coming on to knowledge of business law, management, etc. So you should have a knowledge, you should have a particular knowledge about economics, how the economy works, and what are regarding to business laws, and you should also even have a knowledge about financial management, business management, and also mathematics and statistics for the purpose of preparing some reports or something. You should have this particular knowledge. So next is, and you should have a confidentiality about maintaining about the company. So the auditor, whoever it is, he should have a confidentiality mindset to maintain whatever the things he sees in the company, whatever the things he audits in the company should be between him and the shareholders, only among him and shareholders, not for the outside companies or not for anyone outside who is not particularly related to the company. So this is all about the audit, that is qualification of the auditor. So next, coming on to what is the disqualification. When is this auditor becomes disqualified? When does a person become disqualified for the purpose of auditor? So first is a body of corporate. So here a body of corporate means it is in legal existence. If any corporation which has a legal existence or which comes under a company's law, which comes under a company's act, or which has a legal existence, that cannot be taken as a corporate firm, that cannot be taken as a auditing company. So here, as I said earlier, the firm can be appointed as an auditor of the company only if all the partners in the firm is an chartered accountant, is a practicing chartered accountant, means then it can be qualified. But in case of it has a legal existence, is just some other business other than this auditing, means it cannot be qualified for the being an auditor. Next is an officer or an employee of a particular company. For a particular company, if he is an employee or he is an officer of that company, means that he cannot be taken as an auditor. So next is a director or a member of private company or a partners of a firm. Any member who is a director of a particular of any other company, or a member of some other company, or a partner in some other company, who is having a managing agent, so it might be of agents or something, some kind of things, is for some other company, means even he cannot be taken as an auditor. Next is a person indebted to the company. For example, that is here it says the person who is indebted to the company. Here the amount is also specified. So amount exceeding rupees 1000 or a person. So here we should any person who is agreeing to be an auditor should not be indebted to the company, not more than 1000 rupees, and also he should not be an guarantor. So he should not be an guarantee for any of the third person regarding the repayment of the debts. So he should not be a guarantor for any other person. So that is also exceeding 1000 rupees due to the company. So next is holders of the shares exceeding 5%. Any person who is having the shares of more than 5% in a particular agent company cannot be called as an auditor, cannot be appointed as an auditor. So whenever an auditor becomes disqualified after his appointments, so on any grounds he is deemed to have vacated immediately. So even after appointments, the auditor can be disqualified. So he can be disqualified, he can be removed from his chair only in general annual meeting. So this is all about qualification and disqualification of an auditor for the purpose of auditing a particular kind of company. So thank you.